Hello there folks and welcome to the stream. My name is Mike D'Angelo, aka That Tellest Guy. Sorry for getting started a little bit late today. I was doing a little bit of work with a client that the software that I was using was taking a little bit of time to get going, so I got that to him. We've got Photoshop closed, and everything else should be off that I don't need. We're going to be heading back to our festival map that we're working on. We're going to probably do a little bit of indoor work today because we haven't really done anything in here yet, so we're going to do some stuff in the kitchen, and we'll do some dining stuff, and yeah, we'll go from there. We'll see what we got. So I think what we'll start with is use these tables. Nothing wrong with the transformation or anything like that. That's good. So there's going to be a lot of prep stuff here. Some of this might need to be tweaked by the time we move to like individual maps. So right now we're in high definition, but when you're looking at 9 maps side by side like this, it's kind of tough to get it down 100% the way that you want it. But we shall see. Tables everywhere. And we could make it so that it wasn't, you know, multiple tables. What we could do is, I think, you can do this with like the stairs and stuff like that, and you can do it with like the bar tables. What you can do is, I believe if you change it to screen, it's probably not screen. Let's see, multiply, color, lighten. So lighten is the way that you can make it so that the pieces kind of coincide. So with that in mind, it just looks like one long table. So it looks like it was constructed with this in mind. And we can do that here as well. So we're going to try and see what we can do about getting this all the way across. Ooh. Still looking good. We should be able to do one more. And how nicely does that fit? Pretty darn good. And then we just got to do the rest of it up here. I'm going to have to scooch that one down at all. It just kind of lands nicely. Okay, and then let's grab these ones that are set to lighten and do that right there. See, kind of blends pretty nice. You lose a little bit of the lines, but this one's going to be a little tougher. Tell you what, let's get rid of the snapped grid. okay with like a little bit of the grain coming out. Okay, and let's do a sink, not a seek, a sink. Got the kind of like farmstead and home sinks. And we should just be able to drop this right into the tables. We'll have these in a couple of places just so that it sits a little nicer. So we got the 1, 2.5, 1, 2.5, things like that. Let's do. Actually, I have an idea. Make a little prep area down there. A little prep area up here. Those are steampunk. Got a baker's oven. So we can do something like this. And we're going to throw it right there. Don't need those guys anymore. And let's find ourselves a chimney as well. And what we're going to do here is throw like a double chimney in like that. Let's make sure they're lined up pretty nice. And let's change the color so that it better reflects the kind of concrete look that we've got going on. There we go. Let's actually just smush that together. Let's do no shadow. And then that looks a little bit more connective. Let's scooch them both up a little bit. And there you go. So now we've got those important components of the kitchen. I think at this point we know that it's a kitchen. Let's do a couple more of these guys in there, in the prep area. Do the snap to grid again. And we're just going to smash these guys together. Okay, and then let's figure out what kind of tables and seats we're going to do for dining. Might be able to do like Gothic. That might be a little too fancy, but that's where we're looking now. Those tables are a little too... Let's see. Again, we can kind of smush them together and see how we like them. Turn off the grid, and then one more on there, and see if we can do the lighting here. I don't think the lighting's going to work stacked like that. Doesn't look terrible. And let's give it the real test and zoom it in. Yeah, I feel like you lose too much of the... You know what? Maybe that There's not really a lot going on there anyway. So we've got that as an option. We've got these uneven Nordic ones as an option. And then we've got the Gothic. Actually, this one might not be terrible. So let's do a test real quick. We'll zoom it all in. Ren, are you listening? Are you on the phone? Yes. Which kind of like dining would you prefer for guests? I'm imagining this like just lines and lines of tables, like in the eating hall in Harry Potter, sort of. I've got the Nordic style here. This one here in the middle is the it's like a bar style, and I've just got it layered on top of each other. That's what it looks like without the light and stuff in the middle. And then can you make the first one bigger, just so you can see the details? It wouldn't actually be that big. You know, these are about the size of like the tables in the prep area, so it would be probably around that size, and then I'd have seats on either side. But so you like this color scheme with that style. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it too much warmer, but we'll see. Have something like that. So that's a similar color. It's not dead on or anything, but yeah, you like that? Wonderful. Alright, so with that in mind, let's throw the grid back on. So we want to make sure that there's a decent amount of room for the folks who are coming in from the outside area. And up here there needs to be room for people to walk through. And what we're going to do is, after we get this set up, we are going to dirty it up a little bit as well. And what I mean by that is try not to have it be so I don't want it to look so uniform, so what we're going to do here is not quite that much. But I think little tilts here and there. Oh, not the layer. And we'll keep that one there. Something like that now. Let's get rid of that dining area thing, and then we'll make sure that the chairs are put in last, and that way we can keep things a little bit different. We definitely don't have room for all the tables now. Let's do that one, and then we'll do the same thing that we did up there with these ones. something like that's good, and then we'll leave all that stuff there. We'll grab this guy over here and put him up this way. Okay, let's get some chairs. We'll use the Nordic style. Oh, Rihanna said, I just didn't like how gray it looked with the floor. The warmer look gives it more contrast. I like the thinking and tilting it, but them house elves are getting fired. do you is it still okay, or would you say get rid of that stuff and clobber that stuff? Alright, let's do I like it, no notes. Alright, so we're going to do this. Throw some of these chairs in place. No. It's going to be... You can be a little inconsistent with the way that things are placed, but I don't agree with. You're going to have this one style. This one style of chair. Getting like a single call today that like leaves me like an 8-second message over and over and over and over, and it's nothing on the other end. Let's do 2 chairs up here. I did get a call that someone wants to make my book into a movie today. They didn't say which one or anything like that, but that's nice. I don't really need this dining area word here anymore. I know what we're looking at. Oh, Rihanna says just joking. Oh, okay. We're just joking about the house elf thing. I got it. It's going to be a lot of work, this inside stuff. This poor guy is scooched all the way back here. Actually, I guess I can kind of move that out a little bit. So many calls today. The fun thing is, after all this is done, I can go even crazier with it and use our stamp set that we had, and like make actual people like walking around the fair and stuff. Figure Sergey made that for us. We can take advantage of it. Okay, might as well keep things going with these guys. I don't think we have any 5s yet, so this will be our first one. Alright, and then I'll tell you what, after this room, let's do a real quick save because we're at 242. Yep, I knew it. I knew you were going to yell at me. Here we go. And then in the meantime, can we hit any buttons up? Nope. My Stream Deck just still does not like me today. Hi, dear. It's taking a long time to save. There we go. A couple more chairs, and then we'll start working on food. This contest is up in like 4 days, so I definitely have to make sure that I do a little bit of work on it every day. Matt actually posted his today, and it looks really nice. His is kind of like a reference to Lord of the Rings. What I'll do is, before we close up shop, I'll try and see if I can get that on the Discord. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. It might take a little bit more time than I'm prepared to waste. Let's do a little twofer. Alright, and then we're going to go into a couple of these guys. Yeah, I guess that's kind of messy doing it that way. I really need it to be able to move it in like smaller increments. Just don't want it to look too much like the chairs next to it or anything. Like everybody's got their own way of sitting. Oop, what the heck did I just do? Oh my god! It's okay, fixed it. Alright, there we go. Dining area, all that good stuff. We got some tables down. Let's do our next piece over here. Try something a little bit different. I don't want to be in Nordic Home. We go to the Tavern Bar. And we are going to start to put down some stuff here for a special occasion. That's right, pooping. Okay, there's that. And then what we gotta figure out is how we're doing the privy. We're not going to be doing something like that. One of these would look good. So right there, it's about a 2.5 foot toilet. I feel like that's pretty big, so we can keep it like that. And let's do if I can actually like one shitty thing is the line on the outside of this. that line is always there, so there's not too much that we can do. It's nice of them to even have a bathroom, so these folks can just shut the heck up. I don't want to hear any complaining. Alright, let's go into our line tool real quick, and we're going to do very, very thin lines that are going to come under here. Just do some tiny doors. Let's just use the ones from the core set. Okay, I think we know that this is the bathroom now, so we can get rid of that word. And then let's go grab a couple more tables. I'm going to grab this table one more time. Nope, this table, and we're going to go to our transform tool and shrink that down just a little bit. On both sides. And where is my water bucket? Alright, 92 changes. Let's do another save. This is the house elf getting yelled at. It's not the house elf that Rihanna was imagining, but... Alright, let's keep this party going for a couple more minutes at least. Let's put some more doors in place. Up here, we're going to need the big ones. Doors there or there, or there for that matter. So we only have one more place to do a door, which is kind of nice, especially because we already have one for that size. Oh, there we go. There. Got our outdoor dining room there. Got tents. Let's do a little bit more work on kind of like the border of everything. So I knew that I was going to do like some bushes and stuff over here, so let's do some this stuff from the forest. Oops. Don't really need that anymore. And let's do some more of these elsewhere. Kind of don't want to see it come underneath. Same problem over here. Oh, actually, we're okay there. You know, there might be a way for us to do this one that looks nice. There we go. Just a smidge too far. Let's make these guys a little smaller. These ones are kind of big. And likewise, we probably have to dial these ones back a bit too. Oops, I had an extra one there that I didn't know about. Some stuff around here and there. Let's do some more stuff over this way. Oops. Scooch that. Maybe we'll put it up there instead. Kind of like it when it's in the shadows. Alright, we got that fallen tree there with some mushrooms growing over top of it. I definitely need something else over there. Let's just grab this deciduous. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. I don't think we have any other fruit-bearing trees, so let's do at least one more of those. I'll say that one is not just, depositing anything. Let's grab. Ooh. I don't really need. Well, we have it there because it's a POV marker, so we'll keep that there for later. We've got this rock up here, which I don't think is anything crazy. We got this guy here, and yeah, that's the other one. do kind of a mishmash over here. So we're going to shrink this down a decent amount. Let's do some scraggly vines. We'll do some thorn bushes over here. I think we need to make these underneath the tree though. And you know what? While we're here, let's make them a little less. Here is mostly blocked. I feel like I'm okay with that over there as well. Let's do. I don't have any dead trees. Do something like that over here too. Let's do one more save real quick. You know what? Let's forget it. We're going to go in and do some work with the forest. So we're doing the 20 texture scale. And we're going to do the forest floor. I'm still going to need something up there, but let's bring this down to 20. Bring the opacity to like 40 or so. Let's get to work. This will end up making it look a lot more natural instead of just having the grass everywhere. We like to blend. Okay, we got that one. Let's start going along the middle of the fairgrounds. Some of that's getting on the path. Definitely have it kind of like built up back here. Any of the places that are kind of like tucked in. here. A little bit there. Here is where it's going to really start to pop a little bit. Some of this is going to end up getting taken over by the stage. But we'll have it here for now anyway. Definitely going to make a couple of passes back here where you can see the layers kind of shining through. Definitely over here. Actually, real quick, let's move over to this one. It's a little different. It looks a little rougher. And that's good for when you don't really need any stuff over there. I'll leave that area mostly alone in the center there. So I'm not sure what I'm going to put there yet. Let's go back to the thicker boy over here. Okay, we know we're going to need some stuff back there. Something over here. And the nice thing too is if we do determine that we want to do it this way, for this map, we can say that down here, you know, it's accessible. It's just a little messy. More and then we'll be ready to wrap up for the night. Tiniest of smudges right there. A couple of things over here. A little bit in this area. That's it. It's a good border right now. I know that we're going to need to do a couple of more tweaks here and there, but 238 changes a couple of times today was pretty good. So let's head over to our show closing page. So folks, on the screen right now, you should see all the places that you can find Tellest out there on the internet. Tellest.com is a great first place to start. It'll bring you to our other projects. But if you do want to see some of our premium stuff, you can go to patreon.com/Tellest to get digital versions of our maps. You can go to Tellest.etsy.com to get physical versions of our maps. And if you want to do kind of like one-offs of our digital maps, you can go to battlemapfantasy.com. That will bring you to our Drive-Thru RPG publisher page. We've got 2 TikToks for you to check out. At Weird Witch Wands is where you can find Brianna's one-of-a-kind handcrafted magic wands, and at Tales of Tellest is where you can see our doggies acting real silly. We got one of our silly doggies on the floor sleeping right now. That's partly the reason that I'm talking so quiet. And then we've got youtube.com/@worldofTellest, which is where you can go to see these videos after they're knocked off Twitch. But twitch.tv/thattellestguy is the first place that you want to check out when you're looking for these videos, because it'll let you talk to us live. You'll be able to sack up some quest coins, which you can use for future QQs. I think there's a decent chance that we're going to cancel tomorrow's episode just because we could not get a 4th player in time, and we wanted to do something kind of special. But we'll try and be back with a 4th player for that special game probably after we go live with the Kickstarter. So we'll see what happens, but in the meantime, I wanted to thank you for dropping by or seeing this later on wherever you see this this video, and I'll catch you next time. Until then, I miss you.